What's going on, boys? It's your boy King Schmuck, and we're back again with Run My Kingdom With Me episode 2. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of contemplating whether to make this second episode this soon. Then I saw one of my guys was actually making fun of me, saying that I only ever make episodes 1 in my channel. So like, if you see my channel and you notice, I start off a series and then take forever to complete episode 2. I only basically make episodes 1. So to fast track this one and to prove a point, this is my episode 2 of the series. Back in episode 1, I covered some crucial details about running a kingdom. And in case you didn't know, this is a series where basically I showcase the behind the scenes of what running a kingdom looks like, just so that the average Rise of Kingdoms player can maybe get some experience, get some insight, and see what it's like basically run the behind the scenes of a kingdom. In the last episode, I covered 3 important topics, which were organizing kingdom meetings, you know, just to get the kingdom to know and understand each other. That way there's more of a bond and they can speak more often in the alliance chat, get them very active. I also covered the manipulating of the seed by killing deadweights, and also having kingdom scans to have a nice reward and punishment system, such as the DKP system. In this episode, we're going to be covering lots of other things like diplomacy and training your players. I'm going to be showing you guys some decent footage of how the diplomacy was. It's really juicy. I hope you're looking forward to it. Enjoy episode 2 of Run My Kingdom With Me. So the plan was really simple. Just from looking at the region scan, we 73 needed to create a super team to fight 58, which on paper gaps every other kingdom. I mean, just look at those kill points. From my experience in diplomacy, I noticed 3 different categories of diplomats. You get the odd honorable ones that suggest for a balanced KVK, so everyone has a bit of fun, and basically that KVK is a bit more challenging and a bit more rewarding. Then on the other side of the spectrum, you get the straight up shook one. Hey, the crook son. He just shook one. You get the shook ones, also known as the coward kingdoms, that basically try their best to make the KVK as unfair as possible so that they win and they can get the rewards. Take 3500 for example, a rising star kingdom which obviously holds the most activity in their region. Instead of making this KVK balanced, a 2v2, they decided to betray 3497 and turn this into a 3v1. Imagine a rising star kingdom still having to gang up on one kingdom just to secure a win, just for that juicy star. That could never be me. Now, I did notice that these types of kingdoms that opt in for the coward approach are a lot more common in KVK 1, 2, and 3, where winning is a bit more crucial and better for survival before they enter Season of Conquest. It's really understandable when you basically want to make it seem like you win lots of KVKs before heading into Season of Conquest, so that lots of same season migrants head over to your kingdom before you enter Season of Conquest. That's where the battle is crucial. You want to basically be able to survive in Season of Conquest, so you have to take these weird odds where it makes it so that your kingdom wins unfairly. We in 73 were actually victims of this case in our KVK2, where 3371 allied with the top 2, 3, and 4 to fight against us just to secure a win. It ended up being a 1v3 in our zone 6, and obviously it turned into a boring KVK after that. Even after reaching out to these kingdoms to try to balance it out, to try to say, how about we choose some of these allies that you guys have, maybe make it a bit more challenging for them to win, but they still refused to change their stance because they preferred the rewards over having fun and having a challenging KVK, which again, like I said, it's understandable when you're in KVK 1, 2, and 3, but it is the coward approach. This is not the way that anyone should be leading their kingdom, and it's not going to be good if this is your reputation in Season of Conquest. I understand wanting to secure rewards for your kingdom, but honestly, I think this is a game where people play, migrate, get bored, and quit the game. It's better to enjoy the moment with your alliance than securing that extra win for those few extra gems. Look guys, the main point that I'm trying to deliver here is that not every diplomatic situation will end in your favor. Sometimes you're going to be backed into the corner and you're going to be put into a situation where you kind of just have to deal with the problem head on. Even if the odds are against you, you just have to remain calm, not take it personal, and at the end of the day, these kingdoms are just looking out for their own interest, and some couldn't care less about having a fun KVK for the rest of the kingdoms. And believe me guys, I'm not salty about any decisions those kingdoms made for themselves. It's just that they provide the best example of what to look out for when dealing with diplomacy, and this is a Run My Kingdom With Me episode. Like, I wouldn't be showing this type of stuff in my regular episodes. This is the whole point of this entire show, is to show you guys what I had to deal with and what my thoughts are and how I basically dealt with them. Some of them might not like what I said about their kingdom and may somehow even back up their reasoning with complete nonsense to justify why they did what they did, but if you've dealt with enough leaders, you kind of get the gist on what they're about and what kind of kingdom that they're running. Thankfully, 58 was actually on board with this and wanted us to assemble a strong team before they can start picking their team. They've had 2 boring KVKs in the past where not much fighting has occurred, and they actually wanted to spice this one up a little bit. So huge respect for them for actually going with this decision, because they could have easily allied with potentially all the strong B seeds. All the strong B seeds would have had no problems allying with them because they know that it would have been an easy win. Our A seed was obviously 55, which was the second strongest A seed in the region, and we were the strongest B seed in the region. So all we really needed to do was reach out to one more potentially strong B seed, and we chose 68. But they already had other plans. I think they wanted 58 to carry them again, because they allied with them in KVK2, so that didn't work. They didn't have any intention to take on 58. They knew it was going to be too draining for them. Then we decided to go with 64 next because they seemed like a decent KD, but they ended up being
straight up shook one. He ain't a crook, son. He just a shook one.
That's right, guys. They were also shook heads, and this was their justification, guys. Ellie's scared, and I need a confident group leader. Then when confronted about it, he changed his justification to, I feel like they're just going to take us and use us to win the KVK. Like, what is bro talking about? This guy is shook to fight 58, and he's acting like he isn't using 79's camp to win their own KVK. Anyways, I told them no hard feelings because I know they're shook, and it's not like they're the only ones that were shook. A lot of the guys in the region were also scared to fight 58. The thing is, others declined respectfully while this guy just kept pouncing around in reasons, and they just didn't really justify why he left. And I'll be honest, in this scenario where everyone was afraid of fighting 58, even we thought it wasn't possible to form a super team to go against them. We also looked for other avenues just in case 58's team is super stacked. So I kind of understood where he was coming from, but he's still a shookhead and he shouldn't have spoken bad about 55's leaders, and it's just a bad look for him and his kingdom. The KVK matchmaking starts now, and you're probably wondering, who did 58 actually ally with? Who did we take as allies? Were 58 honest with their one good ally, one mid ally, and one bad ally? Did they commit to this, or did they turn around and ally with a really strong team regardless? Well, the answer is...
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the man?
I mean, they do have one good, one mid, and one bad, but they still gap us in terms of power. They still are 3 billion power bigger than us, but to be honest, considering that they actually waited for us to make a team first, and their drama was their ex-king, King Psycho, who basically had the kingdom divided, I guess this isn't too bad of a matchup. The enemy's A seed is stronger than our A seed, and our strongest B seed, which is us, is stronger than their strongest B seed. So it's actually quite a decent matchup. I do have to put some respect on 58's leaders who actually agreed to this and didn't take the coward route for this KVK. Not gonna lie, I can't complain. This definitely does seem more doable, and it's not impossible to win. And even if we don't win the KVK, I think every kingdom here would have fun regardless in the process leading up to Kingsland. So that's diplomacy done. Once we entered Kingsland, you know, the whole thing about Psycho happened, and I made a whole video about it. Ever since then, not much has happened in terms of diplomacy. Next up is to train your members, increase the morale, and make some help guides to any native players that still need advice, still need help. And this is extremely crucial if your kingdom is new like mine, where most players are native players, but it's still very worth doing even if you're leading a season of Conquest Kingdom, because who knows what kind of help some of your members may need. The way we did this is we sent out lots of field fighting guides. We sent out some of the videos that I made about field fighting, some of the things that you should do before a fight. We also did a stream where we showed players how to play in strategic mode. We also did kingdom meetings where we showed them which equipment to go for, and if players didn't make it to those meetings, we had Discord channels that show a bit of a roadmap to how to upgrade their equipment. We also opened up consultations in our Discord where members can basically ask us privately for help on which commanders to invest in, how to basically build their account, or anything else that they needed for this KVK. Whenever MGE came, we also sent reminders on which commanders to invest in, basically to make sure that the native members don't invest in any useless commanders that are no longer meta, like maybe Attila, Genghis, or any other commander that isn't in the meta right now. On top of that, because it was a KVK3 where most of the fighting happens in the ruins and the dark altars, we told players the most important thing that you should bring into these ruins, and that is to get a commander that has an AoE skill. So any commander, whether it's the primary commander or the secondary commander, always make sure that at least one of them has an AoE skill, because AoE plays an important role in a single march area such as ruins and dark altars. Anyways, here's how our current KVK is looking. 58 is losing to 55 in ruins. We have been dominating 68 in ruins and have been taking both ruins really easily. 60 and 67 have been having some skirmishes and are looking quite even, but I think 67 has beaten them a few times, so they kind of look like they have a slight edge. 66 is dominating 54 and are also taking both ruins. Again, it's very balanced and there's lots of action, and everyone here is kind of looking forward to Kingsland. The Lost Kingdom chat has been quite passive actually. No one's really flaming each other, and if they do, it's quite mild, which is amazing, and that's what we like to basically be a part of. I will be streaming both Altar and Kingsland, so make sure you're subbed and you have your notifications on. I will be streaming Kingsland on the 30th, which is a Friday, 7 UTC, so make sure you guys tune in. I managed to install a few funny widgets that will make the stream a bit more entertaining. Anyways folks, that's it for this video. The next one will be about Rise of Kingdoms Worst Kings episode 2, so make sure you're subscribed if you're interested in that type of content. Take it easy guys, I will see you guys on the next one.